Plaintiff Keith Trepner was friends with the defendant, and he claims they abused meth together. Keith claims he's been sober for over a year, but he believes the defendant is still using, and that she is dating a married man who is the co-defendant. Keith is suing both of them today for stolen property. Defendants Michelle Schuneman and John Anaya admit that Michelle's relationship with Keith revolved around drugs, and she still struggles with her addiction. Michelle insists they didn't steal anything from Keith, and they're countersuing for defamation and storage fees.
Start with you.
Your Honor, I met Michelle a couple of years ago. We used to hang out and we used drugs together. I used meth, she used heroin and meth. I've been clean for over a year.
She used heroin and meth?
Yes.
And still alive?
Still alive.
All right.
I've been clean for over a year. She was living with John off and on at the time. We stayed friends. She would call probably once a week. Her and John would be in arguments, so I'd let her come and stay once in a while.
Was John also using drugs? Was he addicted?
Not to my knowledge. So she would come and hang out once in a while.
And do what? Play cards? Read
well,
the Bible?
Party. She would use.
Thank you.
You know.
You talking about hang out? Say she come over and we
would use.
high.
Yeah. She would come and hang out once in a while.
And do what? Play cards? Read the Bible?
Party. She would use.
Thank you.
You know.
You talking about hang out? Say she come over and we
would use.
high.
Plaintiff Keith Trepner was friends with the defendant, and he claims they used to do meth together. But Keith insists he's been clean and sober for over a year.
Go ahead.
We separated quite a ways. You know, we would see each other just once in a great while. Except for the time she would call, she would be in argument with John, which I never understood the relationship. John's a married man. She's always calling him.
John in recovery?
John is not in recovery.
Okay, so he's a dope fiend? You allege?
Not that I know of, Your Honor.
But you allege she's a dope fiend in the mess.
I know.
She's not in recovery?
To my knowledge, no.
Okay. Have you been in recovery?
I have in the past, Your Honor. I struggled.
How long ago?
The last time, it was a few years ago. I was clean for 2 years. I still struggle with my addiction.
Sure.
Currently.
You may not be doing enough, as in going to NA meetings. How often did you go when you were clean those 2 years?
Oh, I hung out with people. We went to functions.
That was your life?
Yeah, it had
the NA fellowship circle. Probably went every day to a meeting or so, particularly in the beginning.
Right.
And when you stopped going to meetings as often as you needed to, that's when you relapsed.
Correct. Yeah. Or 13th stepping.
Right, what's the 13th step?
Not supposed to be there.
Okay, got it.
So, you know, I was younger.
And keep trying, all right?
Yeah.
You want us to give you some help today? We can.
I would absolutely really like that.
Excellent, all right. You want to go? You need.
I'm good. I'm straight. Been good over a year. I ain't going back after what happened. I'll never touch drugs again.
Tell me what happened.
I lost everything I owned. All from addicts. So I don't want nothing else to do with it.
Good. Well, let me get a little more background from you all, and then we'll go into the specifics of the property you're alleging they stole.
Well, Your Honor, he was right. You know, we met a couple years ago. Our relationship pretty much revolved around using, but as far as calling him, I would call if I needed to get away or if I needed time out, if we weren't getting along or something. He is not married, by the way. But I would call him when I was having problems a lot of times. When I was not feeling well, I guess, so to say, I needed help.
No wonder you relapsed, ma'am. Hey, gonna go to another dope fiend for help.
I couldn't.
Oh, with your financial and for
no,
resources?
No, I couldn't inject myself.
Oh, you couldn't inject yourself?
I was having problems, yeah.
Oh, you weren't a true dope fiend then. True dope fiends are always find a vein. Sir, you want to say anything, or you just security?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
I've been looking at him, thinking about hiring him, I swear, sir. Where do you live?
Appleton, Wisconsin.
Oh, ain't nobody moving you here. But if you lived here, you might have had a job just by the way you're standing. Yeah. I'm intimidated. You see how nice I'm treating? I'm being very considerate. It's because of him. You knew what to do. All right, what you suing him for, sir?
I'm suing him for the theft
Stolen
of,
property. What happened?
Well, last October I was in an accident. I wound up in jail and I was charged with an OUI, which I was facing my 7th conviction, which served a minimum mandatory 3 years in prison.
Right.
Well, everybody didn't think I was going to be able to bail out. So while I was in jail, I called one of my friends, and my roommate happened to be there, and she told me my tools and everything, my bike was gone. So I filed a complaint with the Appleton PD.
Can I see it, please?
Your roommate was there. I was there.
You were there, but you didn't have permission to do anything with my stuff.
Go ahead.
I filed a complaint for theft, and they finally, went and talked to Michelle and John. Well, they never came to see me in jail beforehand. Nobody came to see me in jail before the police report.
Okay, never visited you.
Never visited me to tell me they were moving my stuff.
They knew you were at home, sir. You've been there 7 times. Why are you going to go and disrupt your family life?
Well,
go ahead.
They could have told me they were
You're
moving
there with
my
your
stuff.
family. Go ahead, sir. I don't like people interrupting me when I got family time.
I had a storage unit and everything to store my stuff. I never gave them permission to take it.
Okay, what did the police say, though, when you made the report?
The police deemed it as civil because she convinced them that I gave
They
her...
wouldn't spoke with her? Is that the only one they spoke with? They didn't speak to you at all by phone or collect calls from jail?
No.
Okay.
Ever.
Not till after the report was filed.
Okay, got it.
Then I got released from jail, and I went to stay at a place where Michelle was residing, and I kept asking for my tools, Well, it took over a month to get them. My bike, I didn't get all my tools. There were 3 toolboxes taken. There was a red one, a great big one.
You have a list of the things that are missing?
There is a list.
Okay, that were returned and those that weren't. And when you ask what happened regarding your tools, because I see it looks like you have...
She said she would borrow me tools once.
Now, what did she say happened to yours?
She said they were in a safe place.
Did she say what safe place?
No.
Well, I'm going to take your things and tell you they're in a safe place and you let her not tell you where.
She did say they were in storage.
Did she give you the storage location?
No.
You were high that day. Go ahead. Let me hear. How you going to let somebody tell you that and you don't get the location? When you stop going to meetings as often as you needed to, that's when you relapsed.
Correct. Or 13th stepping.
Right. What's the 13th step?
Not supposed to be there.
Plaintiff Keith Trepner was friends with the defendant, and he claims they used to do meth together. But Keith insists he's been clean and sober for over a year.
Tell me, ma'am.
Your Honor, he asked me if because I was at his house and nobody else could pack up his stuff, if I would get his stuff together and give it to his family and make sure he didn't lose his stuff because he wasn't going to be getting out of jail. So what I did was I prioritized knickknacks, Coca-Cola stuff. That wasn't number one. I found his 3rd grade report card, a family genealogy. I put all that stuff. I made sure I did the best I could with sentimental things, and his sister took them. And as far as going to visit him in jail, my number one priority, obviously my priority.
Ma'am, we don't have to go over that. Go ahead.
But when I found out that...
Dope fiend don't go and visit another dope fiend in jail. They trying to get
No, they end up in there.
trying to get them a hit. They ain't thinking about going and talking to nobody behind the bars.
Selling my stuff to get it.
He got his tools back. He got his bike back. He got everything back.
How did he access them? Did he come over and got them? You tell me, sir. How did he, go
Michelle
ahead.
called me and she asked me if I would do her a favor. Her friend was in trouble. And he was in jail and he needed his stuff moved because she was afraid that some of the people that were living there weren't all the greatest. And she was afraid that they were going to take him and sell him. So she asked me if I would go over there and pick up his bike and some tools. And that's what I did.
Where'd you put them?
I put him in my storage.
Who had the key?
I had the key.
I don't even have a key.
And what? And when he came home, did you tell him that?
Yes.
And give him access to it?
Yes. I didn't give him access. He wanted me to hold on to him until he was ready to pick him up.
Is that true?
Yes, he said he would deliver them.
Did that happen, sir?
Yeah.
You told him you would deliver it?
Yes.
Did you deliver it to
When
him?
he asked me to take it to a different storage, I did put the bike on the trailer and a toolbox that was in there. And I did deliver it with him.
You delivered everything that in that storage room to him?
Yes, what belonged to him. When I got there, I
So
asked
you
him,
had other things in there of yours?
well, yes.
All right, and so he says he delivered everything. Do you recall seeing a toolbox in there?
A black toolbox on wheels.
It was my spare tools. I just threw spare tools in.
Okay, and I'm looking here, power tools.
That was in the big one, yes.
Hand tools.
Yes.
Cordless tools.
Yes.
All right, your counterclaim is for what? Defamation and storage fees. How so?
When we went to visit him in jail, John and him, or he asked him if he would be able to pay a little bit towards the storage as long as he held on to his bike. And he agreed to do that.
Well, the main thing is he calls me a liar for doing this.
Okay.
And to me, I went out of my way to help him.
Okay, how much you want for being called a lie so I can know how much I'm gonna have to pay? 'Cause I call people lies every day.
I just feel so bad he got drug into this.
So how much you want for feeling bad?
Well, him to be honest, tell the truth.
Okay, you don't want money for him feeling bad?
If you feel something would be appropriate, and whatever would be appropriate.
All right.
Treatment's good, treatment's good.
This is tough, sir, because it's your burden to prove that all of it wasn't returned. I'm just trying to see how I can tell. I know dope addicts and recovering addicts and everybody, once you become a dope fiend, they're the best liars in the world. Those are the only people that can trick me. So I don't know who's tricking me today.
I surely ain't. I'm not here to lie. I just want compensated for some of the stuff that I lost.
My biggest
I did get my custom bike back, but I had a lot of tools.
When did he first mention he was missing the tools?
When I dropped off the bike and the tools, I told him that's all I had of his. He didn't say anything. He even gave me $12 for gas.
Sir?
I didn't have to say anything because when I walked up to pay him for the gas,
got them.
He told me that he don't know what happened to the other toolbox. He didn't know what Michelle did with it. The garage door might have been unlocked.
Or you asked him? Or he just
He
volunteered
just offered
that?
it to me.
He said, let me tell you, I don't have the tools.
When I walked up to the truck to pay him, he said he didn't know what happened to it.
No, you said walked up to the truck to pay him. That's afterwards.
That's for the gas.
Afterwards.
Right.
Had you not stopped him, he'd have driven off. You stopped him, and then that's when he said for the first time, oh, by the way, your tools aren't there.
Right. That's true, Your Honor.
Your claim is dismissed. Don't believe it. Doesn't sound reasonable. You don't see this giant wheel toolbox that your primary claim is about. You don't see it, and you don't ask it.
Your Honor, I didn't
You
have
wait
to.
instead till you get to the car to pay him. Hey, let me give you some money. And that's when he says, oh, by the way, your toolbox is missing.
Your Honor, I didn't have to say anything. He said it before
I
I
understand,
had to
sir,
say
and
it.
that's what sounds unreasonable.
Okay.
Your claim is dismissed. And so is yours. Have a good day.
You know,
Hope you had fun.
I really miss you, and this makes me sad that you're actually doing this because
took my
I see
tools,
all
Michelle.
the tools.
The big toolbox.
Plaintiff Eugene Wilmore says the defendant is his daughter, and their relationship was good until she married her husband, who's with her in court today. Eugene claims the defendant's husband is extremely controlling, and Eugene is suing his daughter for utility bills. Defendant Shahida Ellis admits that her husband is headstrong, but says she married him for better or for worse. Shahida also admits that Eugene has helped her out in the past, but insists she has helped him out too.
Start with you.
Your Honor, Shahid is my daughter, and we've always had a good relationship, and I love her dearly. About 5.5, 6 years ago, she married the gentleman here that's her husband now, and you know, things start to change. Things start to change.
How so?
Well, Your Honor, Ab here is controlling. He has told me that everything in his house is done his way. You know, if they get into an argument or she does something he doesn't like, you know, he won't take her to work, he won't pick her up, he won't take the children to daycare, and I get the call. You know, Dad, can you pick me up and take me to work? Can you pick me up? Would you mind taking the...
Does that happen?
Sometimes, yes.
Plaintiff Eugene Wilmore says the defendant is his daughter, and their relationship was good until she married her controlling husband, who's with her in court today.
Yeah, I can see how you have a problem with it. You don't have to go any further with it. I get you now. What about with your daughter, the relationship? I know you say she changed and you believe it's because of her husband, but what about your relationship with her and the other members of the family?
I've been in her life and she's been in mine since she's 12 years old.
Mm-hmm.
We were always a close family.
But the two of you haven't fallen out up until this time?
Pardon me, sir?
You haven't fallen out other than this instance?
Definitely.
Over, regularly? How often?
Not regularly, but you know, we've fallen out
about...
about...
because you won't tell me about the relationship. Go ahead, ma'am. Let me hear from you.
Hello, Your Honor. This is my father, and I'm here today based off of a strained relationship that we've had.
How long?
Oh, about 2.5 months, maybe a little bit longer,
Okay,
based
good.
off
If
of the
that's
things
all,
that's been
good.
happening. Other than that, he's been in my life since I was 12. He's all I've known since he's married my mother, took me and my sister in like we were his own.
See, she talk better about you than you talk about yourself.
Well, you know, you're intimidating.
No, I'm not.
You know,
We all from?
Philadelphia.
Oh, you know, ain't nobody intimidating nobody from Philly. No, sir, you know you're not intimidating you all. Go ahead.
Before we get into that part, the part that he spoke about with my husband, when I married my husband, I married him as he did marry my mother, for better or worse. And in his religion and my religion, it says, you know, you forsake all others for your husband or your wife. Yes, my husband can be very headstrong, and that's what family does for each other. If I need to call my dad in the time of need, I call my dad. If I need to call my mom in my time of need, I call my mom, which very much so. If I need them, I call them. And, you know, as my father and my mother, they've always been there to be able to help me, whether, you know, my husband is there or not.
Okay.
That's my mom and dad.
All I can tell you
them.
this, and this is for you and your husband to understand, that when you all, or he in particular, refuses to take the children to preschool or daycare as a retaliation against you, which essentially is retaliation against them, that could be considered abuse and neglect. So you neglect attending to the needs of your child. Clearly it's a need because that's what you all have been paying for. And suddenly you say, well, I ain't taking them because I'm mad. That's neglect and abuse.
I
But go ahead. Just cautionary tale when you're calling your dad or not calling him. He says you do call him about that, and you should call him about neglect and abuse. Go ahead. I'll let you finish. And you were saying you honor your husband and honor his wishes.
Yes.
And go ahead.
I'll go back up a little bit. When we first moved into the home at my father's house, when my father and mother got back together, because they broke up for a while. My mother and father got back together. He asked us if we wanted to move into the house because we were living somewhere else. When we moved into the house, he agreed to be able to take care of any major things that would happen in the home, i.e. the boiler, the roof, anything major that would happen in the house. And my dad really didn't have to put anything into the house because we did everything.
Okay. In what way? What did you put it
So the
into?
boiler, the hot water tank broke. We fixed it. Garbage disposal broke. We fixed it. My dad told us early on he's not a landlord. However, if anything major was to happen in the home, that he would be there to be able to help us with it.
How much did that cost? Those two things. It doesn't sound like it costs more than a couple $100.
No, but any repairs that happened in the house, we fixed it.
Okay.
As well as.
And how much you paying rent again?
Oh, we paid $590, almost $600. It fluctuated.
Okay.
Based on
what?
Based on because everything was still in his name, so it fluctuated with the mortgage. The mortgage fluctuated.
All right.
Plaintiff Eugene Wilmore says the defendant is his daughter, and their relationship was good until she married her controlling husband, who's with her in court today.
Let me hear from you, sir, regarding the money. You're suing her about utility bills.
Yes,
Tell me about that.
Your Honor, I'm suing her for a total of $2,353, a $656.42 water bill, and a $1,696.35 gas bill.
Tell me how that was run up so high.
Well, Shahida was saying that, you know, they fixed everything in the house. Your Honor, they tore my house up. Now, they did fix the water bill, the water tank. You know, however, when they moved in, I explained to them that I could have gotten $1,300 a month for my house in the area of Philadelphia it was.
Oh, you didn't live there with them?
No, no, sir. No, sir. But I told them at the time her husband was trying to find himself.
Part of
So he
Philly
was
you
trying
all
to
in?
find the right job.
What part of Philly you in?
South Philadelphia. You know, a whole lot of regentrification and all of that's going on. And I told them, I said, listen, you're having a hard time. The man's getting ready to go up on your rent. You can move in my house. Just pay, I don't need anything. Just pay the mortgage and the utilities.
Got that. Let's get to the utilities. When you ask about them, what has she told you about paying them?
In March, Shahida called me and said they were buying a house. I asked her, I said, well, you know, are y'all taking care of everything? She said yes.
Have you received anything since then?
Excuse me?
Have
No,
you received
no, not a dime.
anything since then?
Not a dime.
All right, ma'am, you tell me about the utility bills he's suing for.
If I could back up just a little bit, in 2014 when we moved in the home, I smelled gas in the home. And when I smelled gas in the house, I called the utility company, I called the gas company, and they came out and changed the meter. They discovered that he put a magnet on the meter to slow the meter down, and they sent me the bill, and which was still in his name at the time. They sent me the bill, and it was over $3,000. He gave me money towards it, but I ate it because that's my dad. And the thing about it is, when I said something to him about it, he was like, I don't have it. I'm not putting him there. I'm gonna give you the money for this. I ate it. I never complained about it. I never went to him anymore about it. And when I
understand,
when
you're
I
saying
changed,
the bill was there before you moved in?
no, sir, no. What I'm
are
saying
you talking
was,
about? You ate it. It was your bill. How was it not your bill?
No, sir, it wasn't my bill. But when I moved into the house, they billed me for when they took the magnet off, when they discovered that he put a magnet on the meter.
Let's go over this again because that's the exact question I just asked you.
Plaintiff Eugene Wilmore says the defendant is his daughter, and their relationship was good until she married her controlling husband, who's with her in court today.
When you moved in, was there a balance?
No, there was not a balance.
Okay, let's move on. Did you ever agree to pay him?
Agreed to pay him for what?
What he's suing you for.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so what's your defense today if you agreed to pay him?
So when I first had agreed to pay him, I asked him if he could help us out with refinancing the
And what did he
Toyota.
say?
He said that he didn't have it to be able to do
Okay,
it.
so next. He didn't have an obligation to you. Why haven't you paid him his money?
I don't feel like I should have had to pay him the money.
You just said you did.
I agree,
Have
but
a good day, ma'am. Judgment for the plaintiff. You agree that you owe him. You said you owe him. Now you change your mind. Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
Well, just, you know, as far as my daughter's concerned, I love her, and I want us to get some type of relationship back. Her and I talked every day, 4 or 5 times a week for years. And now our relationship is estranged over money, and more than the money is for me, the deceit that the money was owed. You know, he'll tell you, I've lent them money, I've helped them out when I could, and if they would have told me, we wouldn't be here.
I just wish that it wasn't where he blamed my husband for a lot of things, because, you know, my husband loves him just as much as I do. And I just hope that we all can be able to mend our relationship the same way it was before. And even with everything that he's saying about the money, I just want it to be over.